Oh, goody.
Alright, what's up everybody? It is Zombies here again, and today we're taking another look at the fire comp that I tried out a few days ago. So did a little bit of testing with it, and I think we determined that Tavish seems to be a lot better of a kind of third unit for your starting line for fire over another fire unit that we were trying in the beginning, like Antonidas, especially in a meta where Valera is very popular and can deal a lot of damage very quickly. Double blue starts can be kind of tricky and not always the greatest. On top of that, Antonidas just doesn't have a whole ton of utility outside of his main fireball ability, which, while it's good for damage, isn't like super duper insane or anything. So I think Tavish really gives us a much more well-rounded build here. I actually saw this build got taken to 14k by Dallas. If you don't know Dallas, he is a great mercenary streamer from Australia, and I'm going to actually drop a little clip in here of the end of his last game with it, where he hit 14k. He actually went on a nice little, I think it was a 6-1 win streak, so 6 wins, 1 loss. So this deck seemed to be doing really good for him. So we're going to see if we can get some good results with it ourselves. But we're going to go over it here in just a minute. But before we do that, let's take a look at this clip.
Oh, that was a huge misplay. He didn't let his Brucan do anything.
And Beer Trap, just to annoy him.
Ah, you've got the troll in you too. Nice. Hell yeah. Nice.
So as you can see, this comp is 14k MMR viable. Definitely go check out Dallas if you have not already. I will leave his links in the description below. He does stream Mercenaries pretty regularly, so definitely check him out if you're looking for more Mercs content. And I think he is doing another tournament series in the next few weeks. He had his first EU Invitational last weekend, and that was really fun to watch, so definitely tune in for that. But getting back to the comp here, basically we're going with kind of the Allstar PvE duo here of Ragnaros and Geddon. And like I was saying before, we did trade out Antonidas for Tavish. So the main strategy here, we really just need a fire ability to combo with Geddon each turn, as we do have Mark of Conflagration on him to enable fire combo dealing even more damage. So 8 damage and then 13 damage. That's a lot of damage when you start factoring in super effective hits, and it really does add up. We're using Ragnaros as our turn 1 fire enabler. So I found that even though Antonidas is obviously a good one, having double blue just doesn't feel very good right now. So we use Ragnaros all of the time on turn 1 to enable our Baron getting combo. And the other 2 Rag abilities are just very independently strong. Meteor can deal a lot of damage to multiple targets, and Die Insect can get pretty nutty if you get your opponents down to low health or if they have a lot of summon spawns. We are actually using Sulfuras on Ragnaros here, mainly because I think without it he's a little bit too squishy and low health for a lead, as he only has 69 health without Sulfuras, whereas with it he has 89, and then if we add Cookie on top of that, get to almost 100 health. So that's really big in enabling our Ragnaros to stay alive, and that's really what we want him to be doing. Tavish is very much like that. With Ragnaros, he gets a nice juicy health bonus from his rigged wiring, and it keeps his traps active. That was actually relevant in the clip we saw from Dallas, as the opponent in that game was trying to ignore Tavish, and eventually he was the last Merc, so they had to hit him. That double explosive that was stored from a few turns ago got to go off, and it ended up turning the game completely around. So Tavish is really good. Explosive trap, also a fire ability, so we do have more than one way of comboing our Geddon which is very nice. Another thing to note is Geddon is 6 speed, so if you do bring something in off the bench like Diablo, you can actually order things, so you can combo either Fire Stomp or Apocalypse going first, to combo it with Geddon to get that fire combo off, so that can be a pretty nice interaction as well. And another thing that's really great about Tavish is he really can help out against the Frost comps that you'll probably be seeing, as those are gaining a little bit more popularity again, and they basically rely heavily on that Varden AoE, so they don't really have a way of playing around our Explosive Trap, which deals a absolute ton of damage to their Frost units. And then, as is tradition, we do have the CDC backline here, Karen Diablo Cookie. Nothing too much special to say about it, other than, it's just a very solid one to round it off with. Could actually try experimenting with nature possibly in the backline, so going with a Malfurion and a Brucan Cookie instead of Karen Diablo Cookie, and I think that would work well as well, but I think having the setup like we do now with the extra fighter is pretty good, because there are a fair amount of casters in the meta right now, especially more so on the bench because of the popularity of nature benches. But yeah, that is the kind of overview for the comp here. Now let's get into some games with it. Alright, so this looks like it could be Valera open with a caster back, potentially. Could also be Frost. We're going to see here, though. See how fire can do against it. Oh, wow. I haven't seen this one in a while. Zyrella, Valera, Crom. Oh, we'll go for damage there. Go for Inferno. And that for our fire combo. So the only downside of Tavish here is if they do slow us, they do mess up our fire combo, which does hurt us on our damage. I don't think this comp has been popularized enough to where people know that's the line to play against it, but it probably is, at least against this version, since we can't have another fire skill go off on turn 1. Unless you lead with Diablo, which could be an interesting thing to try out, especially against something like Fire Comp. So they do the smart thing here. They're focusing the Rag down, which is going to mess with their damage some. We get a ton of damage off, though, on that Zyrella. Absolute ton of damage. So it's going to die to the Explosive here. And then now we have a guaranteed Inferno going off. And Rag will probably get sniped down, but that is a-okay. He kind of has done his job here of being something to target. Yep, so they do focus down the Ragnaros. And they go for the hits, and unfortunately, we don't get the Explosive to proc this turn, but it could be worse. Let's see. What do we want to do here? The Cookie Snipe looks tempting, but they're so fast. Let's see. Okay, so it actually looks like Nature Bench. So they might go into Malf for some healing. If they go into Malf, I think I just want a way to I think Karen is the move here. Alright, they do send out Malfurion, so we're going to Earth Stomp. Aim shot. And go for some damage there. see how that goes. So you go for the slow. Oh, that actually gets the kill, which is nice. You go for healing? Okay, that's fine. Actually seemed to work out pretty darn well.
Job's done.
So the one speed boost being kind of relevant here, potentially. They can come in with a Cookie snipe, but Cookie's faster. Oh, but they don't come in with Cookie. Cookie would be faster with the Valera, so I'm surprised they didn't. So she's going to come crashing in there. That's going to deal 7 and 16. So it's 23. So that should clean that up just fine. So we'll go for the extra damage on the mouth. Oh, chain lightning, okay. Wow, wait, I'm surprised he did it that way. Alright, well now you have Diablo and Cookie. But unfortunately they're very fast. I think we want to get our Earth Stomp down, try and set up for next turn. Probably want to get a slow off too. Like a little bit of extra slow never hurt. Especially when you're facing a Valera. But we also want the damage here.
Job's done.
See how that goes. Oh wow, they're going for a heal here? Interesting. So we're definitely going for the speed up now. Go fish. Fire stomp. See what happens. Nature Comp is proven to be a force here, though. That healing off Malfurion is no joke. Alright, so Valera comes crashing in. We get the speed up. Fish goes. We get the heal, which is incredible. And they finally get the Karen down, but their Valera's gone. Which is great for us, and they're sitting on pretty low health against a very big Diablo. I imagine Karen's gonna get focused here, though. I think we just have to kill Mouth.
Job's done.
See, so he heals 6. He heals 12. And then he has another. So the total he can heal is 18. So yeah, I think I just like going for the Mouth kill here. I imagine they're going to go for Karen. Try and kill it before it can do anything. Oh, they go for the slow. That's pretty interesting. God, that heal is so annoying. They actually set us up for a cookie snipe, though, by doing it like that, because now they're slower. Actually, I should probably just go for this speed up into that. Alright, we get that snipe down. Speed up. Get the damage. They go for chain lightning. Which, you know, it's a fair amount of damage, but it's not going to be enough to do it. GG. Alright, so triple fighter. Or not fighter, triple protector. So against this one, I think this is a Valir Elite with Thrall. So we're actually going to try something a little different. We're going to go with Diablo lead. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to have 2 fire abilities available on turn 1. Oh, wait. Wait, does Diablo even have 2 fire abilities on turn 1? He doesn't, does he? It's just a slow. Yeah, the other 2 have cooldowns. Well, shit. Shows you how much I played Diablo on turn 1. Well, that's unfortunate. Either way. We're gonna go for the slow here. Oh, they're going for the Ragnaros. Interesting. We actually kill off our own Diablo. So that is not the greatest. Not the greatest for sure. Nothing in cookie snipe range. Throw out Tavish. Try it like that. Oof, that's a lot of damage. We get a lot of damage off too, though. Oh, look at that. The rag snipe's cleaning up. That's what we like to see. Let's get it. So it should be a nature bench here. Yep. Okay. So this is going to be a little bit harder to deal with without our own Diablo. For sure. How do we want to do this? The bear trap's a little tempting. But I really don't want to give Cookie something else he can kind of snipe down. So you should probably just go for damage. I imagine they're going to focus down the Ragnaros. So we'll try and get an ability off before they can do that. I think we're just focusing the mouth entirely here. Oh, no, looks like they might be going for the Yedin. Oh, there's the... Oh man, that's really unfortunate. We did get our explosive trap going off there, which is pretty nice. So, let's see. We can explosive up again. Go for cookie damage, and go for a slow. I think that is pretty good. I imagine they're going to try and heal here. Oh no, it looks like they're actually just going for pure damage. Interesting strategy. The bleed triggering the explosive trap is so huge there. Holy crap. Now we can get a cookie snipe. And we should just be able to win from this position, I think. So yeah, the bleed was actually really helpful there. That extra damage is huge. And they heal, but not enough to get out of cookie snipe range. Tavish gets a snipe of his own, and that should be game. GG. So yeah, even though we tried something different with that Diablo lead, it surprisingly ended up working out. Alright, so I think we know what Dynoob's running here. Faced them before. They have a Valera opener with Grom and Natalie. So we might want to do things a little different here. How do we want to do this? I think we go Karen. Karen. Havish. And who's going to be the last one? Maybe Diablo. Having a blue is nice though. So maybe we'll just go, yeah, we'll go like this. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so going for damage there. Damage there. Actually, I think we're going to focus on everything on the Natalie. Oh, I get the AoE off. No healing. Feels bad, man. Now I can kind of snipe down Karen. Definitely not the greatest. Just kind of go for our AoEs here. Yeah, the slow there is really annoying. Get the heal. We get a trap up. We go for a slow of our own. And I think bear trap just to try and mess with the Valera. That is a lot of damage. And we get our bear trap. Well, now we're actually guaranteed a 1-speed explosive here, which is what we want. Probably our Diablo, because things are going to die. Let's see, how do we want to do this? I think we try and hit the Valera. And fire combo. It's probably going to go stealth to kill a Tavish. Or I guess the bear. But now Valera is down to 6 here, and we can get a cookie snipe. So that's pretty good. Let's see, what's the speed on Vol'jin? Slow again. It's 3, so we're still faster. Very nice, very nice. We actually do want to go for the Fire Stomp here. For more Inferno, I think.
Job's done.
But I like the position we're in, I think. Our Diablo's pretty big. So we go for damage, that makes sense. Get some health back, we go for bleed. Get some good damage in. Alright, so now I want to focus on killing this Vol'jin. And we'll summon a fish, because the fish will die to this. Oh, no, they're messing up my combo. Good move from the opponent. Oh, wow. That was, that went worse for us than I expected. We do have Ragnaros to come in here, though. Let's see. I think we just punch in there. Go for the hit there, and more damage on Vol'jin. Oh, interesting. Vol'jin down. I can go for, let's see, oh, 25 health, that's huge. I think I slow this, kill that. wow, he summons a fish. Let's see, so... So we just die insect for max damage. And... Fire Stomp. Because that damages both. What does this do? That heals. So that could be problematic, but we don't have a way of killing it before, so we just have to go for the flip on the Diablos here, probably. Alright, we win the flip. Very good. Basically what we need to happen, and now we're good. We can just win from here. And we'll leave the fish alone. Yep. GG. Alright, triple fighter. Or not fighter, protector. See what we're up against here. Looks like it is Thrall Valera. Gonna focus the Thrall here. Interesting to go for the Tavish. Straight up kill on the Tavish. Well, I guess we go with our cookie here. It's annoying though, because they can pretty much deny our snipe. But if they do that, they get infernoed, so could be worse. Yep, looks like they are focusing the cookie. So, how do we want to do this? I think the Diablo coming down is good now. Alright, so... They positioned it well with Valera in the middle, but what we're going to do is we're going to do Apocalypse, Meteor, Inferno.
Job's done.
Oh, it comes smashing in. We might just... No, I guess they're not sniping down the get-in. Oh, they get the chain lightning off though. That's unfortunate for us. Like, quite unfortunate. We have Karen here now though. Diablo's gonna get a lot bigger. So... I think we do go for the speed up here. Because if we win the flip, He might have 2, so he might have a better chance, but I still think we go for it. Still think it is correct. Well, I guess maybe slowing for next turn is correct. And then what do we want to do here? Punch this in case it lives. I'll punch the Brucon. Okay, slowing Karen, brooding the Ragnaros, so they can kill Ragnaros, okay. They do still have a cookie in the reserve, which is kind of scary. But they're slow now. So Diablo can start doing his thing.
Job's done.
Alright, Malfurion down. Very good. I think we can win from here.
Job's done.
Get the slow off, get the damage off. So they do get some damage off here. Oh wow. That's a lot, but not going to be enough to get them to win here. Yep, GG. Alright, oh, 3 fighters. Interesting. See how fire can do here.
Put your faith in the light.
I'm ready.
Oh, looks like it is Tyrion Frost. This definitely has been catching on in popularity, it seems, which is cool to see. I'm a big fan of it myself. The biggest thing here is just making sure we get that Jaina popped ASAP. Alright, we're getting that good damage in. Now we can go explosive. That'll pop the Jaina. And I think we just want to try and pop Varden while Rag is still alive and chillin'. So we do get the block popped there. They actually don't go for the kill on the Geddon, which is pretty wild. We do end up losing it to the Death Rattle, but honestly I'm kind of okay with it. Because they set up a free cookie snipe for us, which we will happily take. Looks like it is Karen coming down. we cookie snipe. Let's see. Probably want to aim shot. She's gonna gain 8, right? Yeah, 8. So go up to 34. So it's gonna be 20. So it should be at 14. So we'll have to go like this, or I could leave her alive and set up for a cookie snipe next turn. It's a possibility. We are going to be slower, and Karen can speed up though, so I don't really like that as much. So we get our snipe. We get their damage off. Kill Jaina. Get a bit of extra damage on the Karen there. I think we're in a pretty decent spot going into the late game here. Illidan and Diablo. Yep, looks like it. Makes a lot of sense. We're going to Explosive Trap. We're going to do that. And what do we want to do with the cookie? Probably just go for as much damage as possible. They speed up, that makes sense. Oh, we should have moved cookie again, but she would have been on the outside either way. Wow. That really hurt, huh? He's got some big dudes here now. So how do we want to do this? Probably Earth Stomp into Apocalypse. We'll go for the bear too. Yeah, that extra stat buff is pretty scary though. So let's see, now everybody's kind of slower. I think we do this to taunt up. So they go for... Oh, interesting. Okay, so their Illidan dies. Wow, that's actually kind of huge, right?
Job's done.
Or wait, is this correct? I think it is. So they get the Earth Stomp. So they can speed up here if they want.
Job's done.
Yeah, they speed up. And we just win from here.
Job's done.
I think. Yeah, because no matter who wins, like, still dies, yeah. GG. Cool. Yeah, fire was pretty solid today. Alright, so fire comp honestly did pretty well for us today. The biggest thing you probably want to look out for is if you're running into a lot of Valyria Grom, Eventually they do kind of figure out that by delaying your Ragnaros, it denies a lot of Barongeddon damage, so definitely got to kind of be mindful about playing around that a bit sometimes. That is the one downside of Tavish here, that he cannot do a turn 1 fire skill for the combo, so he's only able to get that off every other turn. A little unfortunate, but hopefully we get another fire mercenary soon, so that we can have another good potential lead for this comp. But Tavish kind of makes up for that in just having such strong abilities and being really a pain to remove. He's especially useful against comps like Frost that basically have to do AoE damage, so they always have to hit him, and they have, majority casters, so they're taking a ton of damage from his explosive traps. But yeah, Fire Comp really did super solid. I really enjoyed watching Dallas take it to 14k on his stream. His run with it was really good. I think you could definitely experiment with the backline a little bit if you want. I think Cookie is definitely 100% a mainstay, but you could probably try out some different stuff in place of Karen or Diablo if you want. I do like how Diablo does give us a little bit of backup fire synergy, but I bet you could also try out Nature in the backline here with Malfurion and Brukan, and it would probably also be pretty good as well. But yeah, fire is super good, super fun. Definitely give it a try if you want. Eventually, I'm probably going to try it again with the fire damage ability and see if that's worth it. So far, I've really liked Sulfurous. The extra health has just been really, really insane, and your characters cannot be frozen ability is relevant almost every single time in the Frost matchup. So far it's really been pulling its weight, and I've been liking it a lot over just a little bit of extra damage. Plus, 89 health on the Rag is really important, because when you are up against Frost comps, he does take a lot of damage very quickly, so it is important that you have as much health as possible. But yeah, that is going to do it for this comp. Really enjoyed playing around with this, and it's nice because it's not just a good PvE comp, it also seems to work pretty well in PvP. I'm hoping one of the new dragons we're going to get has some fire abilities, so that we can potentially add some new members to this. Maybe Alexstrasza might finally be good enough once there is enough kind of fire and dragon synergy there. And as we saw in the very beginning of Mercenaries, when there's a ton of fire running around, Gruul is just around the corner, so we'll have to keep an eye out for him as well if fire does become more popular, as he is a very strong counter against it. But that is going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, do remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help out the channel a whole lot, and I do greatly appreciate it. But other than that, I will see you in the next one. Peace.